this video, we're going to explore the mode of behaviour that when parts of our personality are using it as a primary coping mechanism, we go looking for the people that we're connecting with to focus all of their attention on us and what it is that we want to do, talk about, or get recognition for. These parts have a tendency of pushing people away because they feel discarded and ignored, which only ramps up the behaviours in our actions. So today, let's have a conversation about the mode of behaviour that we call the attention seeker. When the attention-seeking mode is activated within our personality system, we find ourselves behaving in ways that have the specific intention of being recognised by the people around us for the things we've done or the things we've achieved. This can show up in a single area or in multiple areas of the life that we're living, including what we do in our home, our work, how we behave at school, or in general social interactions. This mode can often show up in an aggressive way when we've been taking care of other people's needs. In fact, in many cases, it's possible for us to build significant resentment towards people we've been taking care of if they don't acknowledge the things that we've previously done or might be still currently doing for them. If you're someone who carries a schema of self-sacrifice in your system, this will usually lead to an internalization of the resentment, causing an angry reaction aimed completely at ourselves for doing these things in the first place. The attention-seeking mode is strongly linked to the schema of approval and recognition seeking, and it's often seen by others as a way to seek this approval in an over-the-top or exaggerated way. In its extreme, when we're blended with a part that's using an attention-seeking mode of behavior, we're the loudest and most noticeable person in the room.
Oh my god, how did you do that? I mean, but seriously, I know you did it that way, but let me tell you how I did it, because it was way easier the way that I did it. Trust me. Here's what I did.
A few moments later.
Oh man, you think that's bad? You should see what I had to deal with. It was way worse than that. Seriously, I had to go through hell to get to where you got to. I mean, ultimately...
A few moments later.
Seriously, let's talk about me and what I do in life. Please, let's talk about me.
However, it doesn't always show up this way, as sometimes it can be a lot harder to spot. The attention seeker can show up when we decline invites to social gatherings at work or within our circle of family and friends. While on the surface, this behaviour might not seem to be seeking attention, it's designed to draw people into asking us why we aren't going and pushing us to attend because at some level we need this attention, and if we don't get it, we build resentment for the people who didn't push us to go. In the recovery world, ego is a word that gets bandied around all the time. And at the same time, it's often overlooked that ego doesn't only show its face in times when we're behaving egotistically. For me, there were times in my own personal journey when I developed a victim mentality as a means to draw attention to the plight of my vulnerable child. This self-defeating behavior pattern had the intention of controlling other people in an attempt to have them meet my unmet childhood needs by paying attention to me when I felt I needed it the most. In the example that I gave before, if I got invited to a function that I actually wanted to go to, but wanted people to tell me exactly why I should be there, I'd hold out for them to pay attention to me in the exact way I needed them to.
So Steve, you joining us tonight? Play hard to get. Pretend you don't want to go. That way, he's going to tell you how much you're wanted there. Yeah, I actually don't think so. I mean, it sounds like a lot of fun and all, but I just don't think it's for me. I don't think people actually want me there, really, you know? Oh, come on, don't be silly. Of course they do. Everyone always talks about how much fun you are. It just won't be the same if you're not there. Why don't you come along? Come on, please. Really? Oh, go on then. I'll be there then. Yeah, for sure.
And then there were times where I would continuously point out all the hardships I'd experienced, voicing my problems to anyone that would listen, but failing to be accountable for any role that I might have played in the problems I was having. Often using the well-known and overused pushback of, yeah, but...
So it's pretty simple. If you put these things in place, it's going to start to make a difference, for sure, I promise. Yeah, this isn't the same for you. He needs to pay more attention to your own specific needs. Let him know. Yeah, but... I think it's a little bit different for me. My situation's a lot harder to work through than most, so I need more specific instructions and ideas, you know? Seriously, It's very easy. If you follow the steps, it works every single time. He's not getting it. He should know that you need more than that. Let him know that you need more. Yeah, but those steps just don't work for me. I mean, I've never really tried them or anything like that, but I know that this type of thing doesn't work for me unless I get a more one-on-one approach, you know? I need someone to see me when I need to see them. It's been hard for me, so I just know that I need that type of support, you know?
There were also times when my parts would seek attention by doing things for other people with the expectation that they would acknowledge me in a very particular way.
Yeah, seriously, let me do that for you. It's no problem at all. Trust me, I can take care of it. Asshole. Didn't even say thank you. He doesn't appreciate all the stuff that you do for him. He never says thank you for anything. Loser.
This attention-seeking mode of behaviour can present in multiple different ways, all of which have the same intention and usually the same outcome. You may be someone who shows up as the life and soul of the party, drawing others into conversations that start out as enjoyable and reciprocal, but usually shift into a display of your own successful exploits. This part of our personality may conceal itself covertly by masquerading as a people pleaser, but underneath it creates situations that draw attention to us and us alone. Over time, this part has the opposite result than originally intended, in that it pushes people away because the conversation inevitably ends up revolving around us, or the people we're talking to begin to realise that we're not actually listening to them and disengage from the interaction. You may have an attention-seeking part that presents by acting out, using inappropriate humour, language that's shocking to the people we're talking to, or pushing a particular subject matter that's designed to have you stand out from the crowd, drawing attention once again to the plight of your own vulnerabilities. One of the ways that this showed up for me in the early part of my recovery journey was having all the answers in a social situation. I was the expert on whatever subject we were discussing, offering insight and cliches designed to have others pay attention to my wisdom and expertise.
Well, you know what they say never. My philosophy on this is in line with all the latest information that's out there. So, I mean, following the guidelines that I use is only going to lead you to success, that's for sure, because, you know, it's just black and white. This is the only way to do it, and I've done the research, so, you know, it's important that we follow these guidelines. 100%.
At the same time, I've also seen it present for some people on social media and other public outlets by posting pictures or articles that draw attention to them in ways that may not be obvious at first. The only problem with this part of our personality when it's acting in this behaviour mode is that it usually has the opposite effect than originally intended. And as a result, you may begin to build resentment and anger towards the people in your environment who are not recognising or paying attention to the things that you're expecting them to. The only way to work with this part of our own unique personality system is to build our awareness for its presence and practice the skills of unblending from its behaviour. This will give us the opportunity to work with the emotion that's activating the behaviour and unburden the vulnerable child at our core. Mode journaling builds our awareness, then planning ahead to build mastery for its activation using the language and appreciation that we've previously prepared in the Raven exercise gives us the possibility of change. In the PDF at the bottom of the website page that's connected to this video, you're going to find a worksheet that's designed to help you identify if this mode is one that you experience as a dominant way of coping with your uncomfortable and unwanted emotional experiences. If you can, download it and read it through. Take your time to contemplate the questions before you just jump in and answer them. See how relevant they are to you and reflect on the content. If you think and feel that this is a mode of behaviour that you use on a regular basis, use the skills of DBT integrated with schema therapy to build awareness for its presence within your personality system. And as always, if you like the content of this video, please subscribe to the channel, smash that like button and turn on those notifications to get all the latest from me and the Liberation Place. If you want to know more, come join the live online meetings that I facilitate each week on Zoom. You'll find a link to the page containing more information about those groups in the description below. I hope this video gave you some insight for how the attention-seeking mode might exist within your personality system, along with what we have to do when we want to work with it. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Take care, be safe, and be well.